Everybody want to teach business, but everybody ain't built for business. And there's this quote that says, those who can do and those who can't teach. So today, this is another episode with your favorite host, B. Gilbert. Now, I don't fully agree with the quote, but I get the point of it. So today, this movie is an older movie with Rodney Dangerfield. It's called Back to School. This specific scene is a classroom setting at a college. This is the difference between a businessman who is out in the field and a prestigious professor working for a university that teaches theoretically. Now, I will say shout out to all the teachers out there, because a lot of these teachers and some teachers are brilliant people. And I would also like to say, but there's a difference between studying business and surviving business. Let's get to it.
We've got a lot to cover and time is short. There are two kinds of people in business today, the quick and the dead. So rather than waste your time this semester with a lot of useless theories, we're going to jump right in with both feet and create a fictional company from the ground up. We'll construct our physical plant. We'll set up an efficient administrative and executive structure. Then we'll manufacture our product and market it.
So you can see in the classroom, they teach supply and demand, profit margins, Pythagorean theorems, management styles, business ethics, etc., etc., etc. Everything look organized on the PowerPoint. Everything look smooth on paper. But you know, A plus B equals C, Y squared, yada, yada, yada. But hey, let's get down to the real business. Real business got stress on it. Attached to it, over here in Gold Mines Media, this is the office. This is my public domain. And we don't do the chalkboards and the whiteboards because, you know, all the scammers, they bought them all up. And I was in Staples the other morning, and you know, I'm just casually strolling through, and one of the associates walked up on me. He said, "Hey, excuse me, sir. Are you like a rapper or a streamer or something?" So I looked at him like, "Nah, like, why? What's up?" So he like, "Nah, I just figured because, you know, I see you with your Cuban link on." And I said, "Boy, ever since Boss Man D-Lo got everybody throwing them Cubans up," shout out to all my Florida boys, you know, we can't, you know, you can't even wear yours no more. So long story short, dude said y'all done turn YouTube into Trap House University. So shout out to the staff out there for real, because if you know, you know, we professionals over here. We do real business out here. Even if you work a job, we handle business. So back to the basics. Roger is the older gentleman that started questioning the teacher first quarter. The teacher thinking he trying to be a pain in the class. Y'all thought I was finna cuss. No, we in the class, baby. But lesson number one, always, and I mean always, question everything, even the person teaching. Don't just take people's word because a title or a position. This type of engagement allows for complex situations to be explained rather than taken for face value. So let's get back to it.
And market it. I think you'll find it very interesting and a lot of fun. So let's start by looking at construction costs of our new factory.
What's the product?
That is immaterial for the purposes of our discussion here, but if it makes you happy, let's say we're making tape recorders.
Tape recorders? Are you kidding? The Japs will kill us on a labor course.
Okay, fine. Then let's just say they're widgets.
What's a widget?
It's a fictional product. It doesn't matter.
Okay, hold on real quick. Quick interjection. So Nobody talks about permits getting denied, inspectors showing up with an attitude, employees calling off, messing up everybody's day, customers wanting everything for the low and for the cheap, taxes hitting hard because you got to pay them, insurance keep going up, partnership failing because 50-50 just ain't working. See, the classroom teaches ideas, hypotheticals. Real life gonna teach you survival. Let's get back.
Doesn't matter. Tell that to the bank, you know.
Take it easy. Take it easy. It's the first day, you know.
On the board, you will see a cost analysis for construction of a 30,000 square foot facility, which will encompass both factory and office space, and is fully serviced by all utilities, a railroad spur line, and a 4-bay shipping dock.
Hold it. Why build? Hey, you're better off leasing at $1.25, $1.50 a square foot. Take your down payment and put it into CDs or something else you can roll over every couple of months.
Thank you, Mr. Mellon.
Hey, get your pen in the paper. Get your pen in your paper. Number 2, a business plan can look perfect until real life start editing it. That's the part most people don't understand. See, my pops, rest in peace, the dog. He had me watching Shark Tank like a long time ago. I remember when it like first came out. And he used to be like, hey, see, Mark Cuban gonna question your product. Damon John, he's staring you down to see if you believe in it enough with the confidence, whether success or failure gonna cause you to bend or break. And my favorite, Kevin O'Leary. Because Mr. Wonderful was my favorite because forget all the fluff, forget all the BS. Move the product, let me see the numbers. Don't lie, men lie, women lie, numbers don't lie. The math is math, and let's get to it.
For months.
Thank you, Mr. Mellon. But we'll be concentrating on finance a little later in the term. For the time being, let's just concentrate on the construction figures, shall we? You will see the final bottom line requires the factoring in of not just the material and construction costs, but also the architect's fees and the costs of land servicing.
Oh, you left out a bunch of stuff.
Oh, really? Like what, for instance?
Well, first of all, you're going to have to grease the local politicians for the sudden zoning problems that always come up. Then there's the kickbacks to the carpenters. And if you plan on using any cement in this building, I'm sure the Teamsters like to have a little chat with you, and that'll cost you. Oh, and don't forget a little something for the building inspectors. Then there's a long-term cost, such as waste disposal. I don't know if you're familiar with who runs that business, but I assure you it's not the Boy Scouts.
That'll be quite enough, Mr. Mellon. Maybe bribes and kickbacks and mafia payoffs are how you do business. But they are not part of the legitimate business world. And they're certainly not part of anything I'm teaching in this class. Do I make myself clear?
Blah, blah, who, what, when, where, and how. Teacher don't even know how to respond. The teacher talking all that information in the class, but what he don't realize is information and execution are two different things. It's easy to explain business when your paycheck guaranteed every 2 weeks. It hit different when payroll depending on you, staff depending on you, your family depending on you, your mama depending on you, you know, all the above. And one bad month can change everything. The pressure teaches lessons, not the textbook with a vinyl cover. See, Mr. Rodney just presented a master class in the class. And out there in the field, I did underground utilities for a small company, but they were getting big contracts. It ain't what you know, it's who you know. And shout out to Scott, because Scott taught me that back in 2017, you know, when I did a lot of work with him. And working with Scott was a privilege because I saw this man buy tickets to NFL games, NASCAR Daytona Speedway tickets, private luncheons in the strip clubs, but that just wasn't for himself. This was for the contractors, city inspectors, local politicians to get the approval for budgets. And hey, look the other way, hush money. So if you catch on to what I'm saying, if you catch on my drift, is that a lot of people romanticize entrepreneurship online. Luxury cars, motivational quotes and speeches, boss talk like they Rick Ross, shout out to Rose. but nobody posting them nights when you questioning yourself. You know, they ain't gonna tell you all the hardships they gonna endure, the loans that got denied, the business credit was overextended, the debt that they put themselves in just to keep themselves afloat through payroll or to pay their sales or even pay their staff members. So nobody posting the anxiety and the uncertainty, because real business ain't just strategy, it's emotional endurance. Let's get back to the scene.
Clear.
Sorry, just trying to help, that's all.
Now, notwithstanding Mr. Mellon's input, the next question for us is where to build our factory.
How about Fantasyland?
So Mr. Rodney Dangerfield with the classic. See, Styles, this is why most people with degrees struggle in the world. And some people without the degrees, you know, with the trades in plumbing, HVAC, diesel mechanics, and truck drivers, they can become successful entrepreneurs. And shout out to my wastewater and water treatment operators, because I got that skill underneath my belt too. Because experience teaches timing. Experience teaches people. Experience teaches pressure. And pressure reveals what you really know. And I ain't got to say that too many times for the people in the back with the cheap seats. Because like I said, in real life, you get the test first, then you get the lesson later. So I'm not saying education is useless. Education does matter. Education lives matter too. We need doctors, we need lawyers, we need nurses, we need engineers. But what we don't need no more underwater weaving basket degrees, bro. That you can't do nothing with. What, you gonna hang it up on your mama wall? But experience is the final exam, because some people teach business from the whiteboard, the chalkboards you see on Instagram and YouTube. And the people I know who teach business in real life, who doing business in the real world, they got scars that come with this. It's pain that come behind this. It's many nights where you can't afford to do nothing with the family behind trying to get a business up off the ground. But the losses and the lessons we gonna learn from this $1 million later, it gonna pay off in the back end. So I'm gonna leave y'all on this one with this note right here. This is Gold Mines Media. I am B. Gilbert. And sometimes the greatest lesson in life don't happen in the classroom. They happen in reality when it finally introduces itself. So like I told y'all at every end of my videos, I always like to inform the staff members this. The seeds of your thoughts is what's gonna shape your decisions. Your decisions are gonna form your habits, and then your habits gonna shape your outcome. You gotta think.